So in this simulation, we're going to take the popular Newton's Cannon demonstration. Now you've probably seen a lot of simulations, but we do a little bit different to Newton's thought experiment. So when I click on Newton's Cannon, the first thing is you're going to first pick out a celestial body. Now I don't say planet because we have both the moon as an option as well as Pluto is a dwarf planet, but we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and all of the other planets in our solar system. So just for ease of use, I'm going to click on Earth. And then I go to simulate. So once I go down and click on simulate, we can see here we have the cube. And so in this case, you can see the cannon on top of the Earth. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go down to the value again with those two little white lines. The time for the speed is 500 simulations per second. You want to keep this pretty high because every second of the simulation is 500 seconds real life because you want to actually be able to see it go around the Earth. Initial values are set in an elevation, so you can change these values if you want to. So I might raise them up a little bit and put in pretty high initial velocity of 37,000. And I'm going to check the box, orbit more than once, and we'll see what happens. So I hit the X button here on the bottom, and now I hit simulate. And so what happens is you can see that it was pretty much way too high because it, in essence, launched it into space. So what we want to do is try and figure out, I'm going to stop the simulation, and I want to go back and be like, all right, well, what might it be? Now this time, if you notice, I actually touched on the box instead of using the slider bar, and I can put in an exact value. So this time I'm going to put in the 6800, close out the parameters, and I'm going to simulate it now. And so what happens this time is you can see that, oh, it's actually going around the Earth. And so this is a great demonstration that you can look at to talk about weightlessness in space and being able to talk about why astronauts are weightless in space. And so you can look at different planets and then you can see what does the mass of the planet, what possibly the radius of the planet, what effect or what factors they have with it. And so there's a lot of different things that you can do with your students in those regards, but this is just, again, the tutorial as to how to use a simulation for your own classroom.